really was set up to have a big year last year. When he was on the floor, he was a laser, an absolute dead-eye shooter. But when you look at last season, all you can really take away is that he struggled to stay healthy.
Exum, he's checked in for Jose Calderon. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Outside Odom.
You know, it's such a treat to watch the game for a living. It doesn't stand still. It keeps evolving. And as we see the leadership changing hands, a new commission, new owners, I think that process will continue. And hopefully they'll strike that balance between preserving the tradition of the game while also continuing to attract new fans.
And Heinrich has it in the corner. Here's Jefferson. And the layup's good off the glass. Here's Brewer. We talk about the new team owners. More than 30%, Clark, of the league's teams have changed hands. I didn't know this since 2010.
I did not either, but again, as franchises grow in value, the owners are getting much more involved. And again, understanding the appreciation potential of this kind of asset. It's a bigger chunk of their portfolio now. It used to be owners were guys that kind of came through the basketball business somewhat and didn't look at it as something that could be a viable asset. But now it's a big business play.
Now here's Odom following the miss by Kirk Heinrich. Brewer is just to Thomas. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Exum. Heinrich passes to Anderson. Feeds it to Exum. Heinrich outside. And Anderson kicks to Heinrich. To the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Radulica dishes to Exum. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Denver calls timeout.
For a team that had normally made a habit of beating up on teams from the East, the Nuggets were just okay against the Eastern Conference last year.
A different look for Denver. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Odom. Nick Galathis comes in for Cephalosha. And Miller's subbed in for Ronnie Brewer. And then for Charlotte, Gallinari, he's checked in for Anderson. Richardson comes in for Kirk Heinrich. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Exum. They get it back. Dedmon kicks to Hood. Over Jefferson. Good. Gets the bucket. Hornets leading by 22. As you said, the Nuggets have done very well against Eastern teams in the last few years, but Clark just a bit over 500 against the conference last season.
Well, a 16-14 mark, not too bad, Kevin, but when every playoff team in the West wins at least 20 games against the East, then obviously you're trailing the pack.
And Shane Larkin gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Hornets making a change here. Hollins is checked in. Here's Galathis. Miller outside. Passes it to Galathis. Second chance shot. And it's Miller penetrating. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Charlotte has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Hollins passes to Jefferson. Dishes it to Richardson. Larkin kicks to Jefferson. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3.
Well, he did have a three-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Now Miller. Pass to Hood. Right wing. There's Thomas with the three. The Nuggets with another miss. In the corner, it's Richardson. He feeds it to Larkin. Jefferson dishes to Hollins. Charlotte no good that time either.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Miller, the pass to Hood. Pulls up on the elbow. It's rebounded by Richard Jefferson.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Richardson kicks to Hollins. And stolen by Hood. Thomas is screen on Richardson. Right wing. From the arc. No good. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Jefferson dishes to Larkin. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. Charlotte no good that time either.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
Poked away. Gallinari with the steal.
Well, you take a look at video reviews in the NBA and even across all sports for that matter. They're not going anywhere, especially with the way media is now. Fans can dissect every call on DVR or the internet. So you want to give officials the chance to get those big calls right. So I think video replay is useful and here to stay.
Here's Thomas. Drilled from 11 feet out.
You know, he's a little bit of an unknown commodity, Kevin. I mean, he may be able to use that to his advantage, sneak up on some folks.
Miller with the double team. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Gallinari. And it's Gallinari again missing. And guys, with video reviews, the complaint has been how long they take. You want to keep the energy and the momentum of the game going.
Well, the NBA knows about this problem, and they're creating a centralized site now to handle reviews, similar to what we see in hockey. So the hope is that this will speed up the process. That would be great.
Even though Charlotte was able to climb back into relevancy in the East last year, they still had trouble dealing with those strong teams out west.
And Charlotte isn't alone when it comes to East teams having trouble with the Western Conference.
Yeah, they were 13-17 last year against the West. You know, the former Bobcats, current Hornets. But, you know, if they can get that number to around 500 this year, they'll have a great chance to move up in the Eastern picture.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 21. 1:03 left in the fourth.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore. So it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Lamar Odom is checked in for Thomas. Chris Singleton comes in for Hood. And it's Brewer in for Miller.
Well, they're not going to get back into this game when they commit frustration fouls like that one.
How about exasperation fouls? I mean, that's what it looked like to me. It's an indication of the kind of game they've been having.
And Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, you know, it starts at 150% and above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
Odom's shot, good. Well, Hornets shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Larkin, covered by Brewer. Here's Larkin. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. Some days, Clark, everything